Hey people, how's y'all doing? Hey, I go by the name of EJ, Clarity Coach EJ, Grants on Deck EJ, the Select Barber. And a few days ago, y'all, I made a post on Facebook that said I've made over $400,000 cutting hair as a licensed barber. Ask me anything related to it, and I'll make you a video answer. And that's what this is. This is the video answer. I could have answered this a couple of days ago, but I couldn't have because I was super busy. I do a few other things, but y'all stay to the end of the video, and I'm going to enlighten you on how it was possible to make $400,000 as a licensed barber. And I'm about to go through. I'm going to answer multiple of these responses. You know, we got some responses, some slow human responses, and we got some valid questions. Now, I want y'all to realize the post I made was genuinely for me to assist somebody. Did y'all not notice I said, what did I say? Ask me anything related to. So my reason for making this post was to first of all show making 400,000 as a barber is possible, and genuinely wanting to assist with somebody who has a valid question on how to make $400,000 as a barber. So if you're watching this more like you're a barber, congratulations. Realize being a barber is a godly position, and so many people don't realize that. But anyway, let's get to these questions, y'all. Some of these I'm gonna come back to because some humans are slow. So anyway, let me pull up these questions. I got a few from I think two groups. So I don't know. I think I may have gotten questions from another group, but if so, anyway, let me see which one I'm on. Okay, now let's go over this first one. Let me make sure it's the same one y'all seeing on here. Okay, there it is. Yeah. So one of the first comments was from a guy, and I'm gonna come back to some of these slower. The thing is, y'all, I said ask me anything. And there's so many of these comments, and I know some humans, I did this intentionally, knowing that 400,000, that's a good hook, y'all. I help people with social media, help people make money like 5-6 ways in real life. Let me say this: God gives every person on earth 5-6 ways to receive money from doing nothing less than what you love, which is your purpose, to do nothing less than what you love. So I assist people with that as well. I assist people with becoming confident on social media and content creation. There is a simplicity. And a lot of this, what I'm going to say, has to do with the blessing as a barber, that you can actually generate 5-6 incomes from the blessing that God has given you of the freedom. Realize, y'all, as a barber, this journey of life, and I'm going to get to it. If y'all can't wait till you don't need to watch this, get your ass on. As a barber, you're blessed to have the freedom and the freedom that most people are chasing on this earth. A lot of the journey that we're chasing in this journey of life and working a traditional job is to one day get the freedom, to make enough money to get the freedom. So as a barber, you were blessed more than likely with that instantly. And I'm gonna tell y'all how not to overwork yourself and make 400,000, because some people, it's a few ways of making 400,000, and overworking yourself is one of them. I'm pretty sure it's not the reason God gave you the gift. So anyway, let's get to these things. The first comment, one of the first ones said, show me your tax return proving it. Now, let me tell y'all my response. And I had to repost this at the end, y'all gonna see that he kind of apologized. And I respect that as a man. But his initial comment was, show me your tax return proving it. My response was, I could, but why would I do that? If you don't believe me, you just don't believe me. That doesn't change anything in my life one way or another, but not believing me and not asking a better question does potentially change something in your life. People ask better questions, you get better answers. The whole reason for me posting this said, ask me anything related to it. It's a couple of people, instead of asking me something, they want to. And in real life, let me say this: I'm pretty sure I've made more than 400,000. Me not being a liar and not doing this to manipulate nobody, I actually guesstimated low. So anyway, we're gonna come back to this. I'm gonna come back and answer this. Kind of talk a little bit more on that. Uh, Another question said, how do you stay booked, busy, and marketing tips, and how many years it take? I've made 200,000 last 4 years. Congratulations. I love that. So as y'all see, this person has made 200,000. It is possible. Now I'm gonna answer a piece of this and I'm gonna come back to some piece of this. How do you what do you say stay booked? Well, if you're good at what you do, barbering, like, people will travel across the country to come to you. So the first thing is to fall in love with your skill set, consume, like, learn. Yeah, it's YouTube videos, teacher. Always be teachable. That's one of the lessons as a human. Always be teachable and seek to become your better version. Repetition equals reality creation. Consistency equals reality creation. A lot of these English words gets us confused and gives us a less understanding of the godly guarantees that we have. So repetition, consistency, you will stay busy. Trust me. Marketing tips. Social media is visual. It's a If you're good at what you do, you're gonna have a lot of people tell somebody else. Every satisfied client that you have will more than likely eventually refer one or two people. Social media is very visual. What we do, we're blessed to create visuality from what we do. So sharing your work on social media, staying booked shouldn't be the thing. Now we're going to have slow days, but let me go give y'all a little spill, a little bean. Y'all, I dove into my creative energy a long time ago. So I do multiple things. Graphics. I recommend you learn graphics. Yeah, graphics on your part time. When you're not busy, you can get busy and generate income from being able to do graphics as a service for others, but to bring something out of here and bring it into this world that is reality creation. That is graphics. A lot of people don't quite understand what being a graphics designer is. You can take something out of this and bring it into here. That's reality creation. And when you can do that with somebody else, they look at you as a magician, and you are. So learn graphics. I know graphics. Being blessed to be a barber, I've had the free time to learn graphics. I do photography, videography. I've learned so much from the blessing of being a barber and having freedom to learn other things. So if y'all want to, that's one of the ways of generating multiple streams of income as a barber. Don't just count on your barbering. Why would you do that? You can, but God gave it to you for a whole bigger purpose. So anyway, hope that answered your question. You said, let me see, how many years it take? I'm gonna come back to that. For cutting hair as long, well, we gonna skip that. I can't. How somebody say how I make $2? Oh, that's easy. You want to make $2? That's easy. Somebody said sharing this post. What's the location of the shop? Well, over my years of cutting, I have been located in, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 places. I am a shop owner now. I have been a shop owner for the last how many years? I don't know. 6, 7, 8, probably 8 or 9 years. But honestly, when I first started cutting hair, I had and like for a lot of my career, I had no intent to be a shop owner, but being a shop owner was one of the blessings. But even at 400,000 plus, I'm not connecting that with being a shop owner. I'm connecting that with being a licensed barber. Let me see. What else? Need your help myself. I've been cutting 15 years license. If you've been cutting 15 years license, brother, you should have done generated about 400,000 or more by now. And if you want some assistance, I can teach you how to make 400,000 faster than I did. I'm like, I don't want to spill the beans yet. And anyway, now, yeah, there's multiple ways of making unlimited money as a barber. And I want y'all to not overwork yourself. Realize God gave you something. And let me say this. As of now, I work 3-4 days a week at the most. A lot of times, three days a week. And that's one of the blessings of barbering. I'm going to tell y'all now, when I first started working, I was cutting 7 days a week. I came to realize I don't have to cut 7 days a week. You don't have to cut 7 days a week. Get your grind on when you first start as a barber. Yes, get your grind on. You should love it. Repetition, you're gonna get better and better. Get great at your skill. I do have clients that's been coming to me for quite a long time. Repeat clients. The trust that being a barber gives you. A lot of times, y'all, is one of the blessings about cutting hair. Once you become a barber, it ain't too many ways that you could go broke or lose your job as a barber other than you not doing enough or you doing too much, if y'all feel me. So that's one of the blessings of being a barber. Once you become a barber, that's a God-given gift that more than likely you can keep the rest of your life unless you're not doing enough, meaning showing up late and not dependable and skipping people, skip line, don't do none of that. Or if you're doing too much, like you're smoking weed in the shop and you're skipping people for money. And so the blessing of being a barber, a lot of times there's no way you can lose that job unless you're doing too much or not doing enough. Next question. Shop locations. As of right now, I'm in Irving, Texas. But like I say, location can make you more money. Just because of the location, but same time, don't let location stop you. You can be just like a dope house. Now, I don't mean to be relating this to dope or drugs, but if a dope house is behind the police station, they gonna come get it. So location does matter, but don't think it stops you from making 400,000 plus. If you're good at what you do, they gonna come. Now, ain't nothing like being on a store or in a busy location. That does make your job easier because there's different techniques and tactics that you can use to generate more money. A busy shop with walk-ins, yes. Ain't nothing like walk-in shop, but barbers don't think your shop even have to have walk-ins. Yes, if you can get in a location with heavy traffic, that is great. But don't think that's necessary to make all the money you want. So I hope that answered that. Need your help. Oh, I already said that. What else? I said making a response video. Oh, that's me. Excuse me. I'm gonna come back, like I say, to these. I hope that was all the questions. Was it all the questions? I'm gonna come back to a couple of these questions in a minute, y'all. Let's go to this other string. This other what's the name of and this is my barbershop, by the way, y'all. I think this is what the third barbershop I done had, and I don't believe in changing shops, y'all. I was forced to. I was in the let me say this. Like I say, I've never been one to want a shop and be a shop owner. I was absolutely glad and enjoying my barber career cutting for somebody. You can make all the money you want cutting for somebody. Owning a shop, it did turn into an undisguised blessing. But the only reason I even stopped cutting for somebody was I had an opportunity to own my own shop, and it was a small shop. It was enough room for me and me to hire one barber. And at that time, that shop cost me the same amount I was paying for a chair working for somebody else. Now, so not only, and it wasn't about owning my own shop, but the shop I was at, it was getting a lot of hand and, a couple of random shootings here and there, the block was hot, shall we say. And my first priority is my client's safety. Mine, but theirs almost more than mine. So, I decided to move. And the bigger thing is I was able to have my own shop, have room for a barber, and it was inside of a photography studio. Now, y'all check this out. This building was amazing. It was like a creative space. They had different photography rooms. One was a black room. They had black room. They had a white room. They had a green room. Once again, over these years, I've learned visual effects. So I do After Effects, the whole Adobe suite. And having a green room, that in itself was, having a black room, I can do photography. And I also do music videos. Well, I ain't done it in a while. But basically, for what I was paying for the chair I had, I was able to get my own shop, have a space for a chair. And I had the same amount of hours free studio time. in any of these rooms. I forgot how much it was an hour, but long story short, I had like how much? I forgot the price, but I had like some 30, 40, 50, 60 hours a month in any one of those rooms. And I think they were charging like $45, $55 an hour. So it was a no-brainer for me to have unlimited time pretty much in these rooms, white room, black room, green room, plus my own shop. And at the every month, the hours rolled over. So that was the only reason I pretty much even went to get my own shop. But like I say, turned out it was a blessing, y'all. Like I say, let me go to this other stream of questions. And then I'm going to come back to those questions that I didn't answer immediately. What the hell? Hold up, man. Give me 1 second, y'all. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, let me see. Hopefully this is the right one. Is it? Come on, wrong one. Y'all give me 1 second. My bad. Let me go to this other stream of questions. So was it the first one? And like I say, once again, y'all ask me anything related to this. I have really made over 400,000. And let me say this. Honestly, I haven't been the best tracking my money. No, I can't improve on that. I'm tripping. So I don't know exactly how much, but it's guaranteed 400 plus. That's why I put over 400, y'all. In real life, like I got a client, one of my clients said, I'm sure it's over there. I'm sure it is. But once again, rather than being a liar, I just say that. Okay, no, I think this is the other one. Okay, is it? Let me see. Let me see something right quick, y'all. What did this say? Damn it, this is the same stream. Give me 1 second, y'all. I may or may not cut this out. I keep putting up the same. Let me close this damn thing. Let me close the window so I won't keep getting confused, y'all. Once again, ask me anything. I can show you how to make 400,000 really quicker than I did in real life. Is it? Is it? Damn it! Why do I keep? Let me get that out the way. We gonna get here in a minute, y'all. We gonna pull up the right damn page. One of these years, maybe, hopefully this one. Hopefully this one. I am located in Dallas, Texas, with Irving, Texas, right now. I was forced to move to Irving, y'all. Y'all only knew. Y'all only knew the story. We'll get to that in another video. Okay, I think this is the right one, y'all. Let me see. Okay, yeah. Okay. Now it says, is this from a, let me make sure this all the comments. I think it is. Okay. Well, say, how do you handle slow seasons or slow days of the week to ensure your chair stays consistently full? I already answered that. Get great at what you do. Take advantage of social media. God does want you to take advantage of social media when you are walking in purpose. If you love what you do, that is your purpose. A lot of people live and die and don't discover their purpose is to do nothing less than what you love and to amplify that, because on the cool, you're serving. Yeah, find out what you love and serve through that, which barbering is. Your barbering is actually you serving. I teach people how to the simplicity of making money, and let me give y'all a hint. Every dollar that was made through serving. So that's why it's so much money in barbering. One reason, you're serving. Don't get caught up in the money. Get caught up in serving and being passionate about serving. So that answers that. Slow seasons. Slow season, once again, if you are love what you do, you're going to be great. Take advantage of social media. But slow, once again, a way of handling slow season, if that exists after you do those two, learn, take it, realize you're blessed enough to learn a few other things that you can do on your slow time. Get you some digital hustles under your belt that you, graphics, if you need help with any of these, I have about 6-7 different incomes, but it's because I've been blessed to jump in my creative energy a long time ago. God gave you this for that reason, the freedom and learn a couple of digital skills. If you need help with that, reach out to me. You will not have a slow time because even your slow times become your grow times, and you'll make some more times, make some more money. Basically, ain't no slow time, and you have another skill set to go to do until your next client shows. Especially when it's a skill set that allows you to generate money from doing that for others and for doing that for yourself. Graphic design is, I'm telling you, is a beast in that area. Next question. I need employees. How and how? Employees. Good question. See, that's what I'm saying. Some people actually ask questions. Employees. Well, it's hard to find good help. I got one barber that works for me, and it's actually the barber I was working for. Look at God. It's hard to find good help. If you're in a good location, or I ain't gonna say a good location, all locations are good. Look at God again. If you're in a high traffic area, that will make your journey on getting employees easier. It's hard to find good help. You got to find somebody who's passionate about what they love and be of service to this barber. Don't just fall in love with serving your employees. I'm saying, like, doing more than just chasing money from employees. Be a good owner. Be a great owner. Be a godly owner. And a lot of times when you do get a good employee, they're going to fall in love with working for you. It is hard to find good help, but once you find a good help, it is possible to run them off by just chasing the money or not doing your job or not, as a owner, shop owner. So it's been kind of hard for me to get a good help. One, because the shop I'm in is actually inside of another building, and it's not a walk-in area. We do have the building gets a lot of walk-ins, and unfortunately, a lot of barbers don't quite. They don't even step outside the door. They just think people supposed to come in and my bad, y'all. I've been having this thing on this whole time. A lot of barbers don't even come out. They don't realize it's the world outside the door. So a lot of barbers, they just sit down in the chair and just think everybody's supposed to run in, and that may happen. But barbers, go outside. Y'all do know humans outside, right? Y'all do know humans got heads, right? Y'all do know what you do involves humans with heads. And so it's being inside of I got a suite inside of a building, but I love this. The last few buildings has been exactly that. The first building I got in was that, because I've been blessed to have a clientele my whole entire career. So anyway, yeah, that's a couple of tips on that. Once again, if you need more details on these, feel free to ask. Are you an owner, or is this entirely on your own? I am an owner now, but like I say, once again, I wasn't speaking about money from being an owner. One shop I had, oh Lord, I was in the money. I was in the money. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I had two barbers, a beautician, and another room where somebody was renting. And oh man, that was a great time on earth. Unfortunately, them folks screwed me out of my building. I tried to sue them and everything, but basically, imagine waking up one day and getting an email with an eviction notice. And off top, I was like, oh, they made a mistake. No, they had a real eviction notice. Like I said, it's a whole story behind it. If y'all want to know, let me know. I'll tell you that. Wow, that's all I'm gonna say. So as far, I am a shop owner now, but as far as what I was referring to, it was basically for being a barber. It's not what you make, it's what you saved. Good point. Good point. The thing is, I don't know how much I've saved, but at the same time, what is saving? Why would you? No, in real life, God wants you to put that energy back out. The world is continuously expanding, and saving ain't gonna do not a nothing. In real life, no, it's about what you invest. It's about assets, investing in assets, physical and digital. If y'all need help finding or creating digital assets, realize what an asset is. So I hear you, and I feel what you're saying. It's not about what you make, it's about what you save. What save for what? For a rainy day? No, don't do that. You stop the flow of currency. Money is a currency. You're supposed to always put it back out, and it's gonna come back for multiple reasons. Trust me, it is. So I feel you though, but that's right. No, you kind of right. Uh, Somebody say, what business model, commission or booth rent? Well, I was always paying booth rent. I did learn something about commission. Like for I never was interested in paying commission at a shop. But I did learn like 2, 3 years ago. I did fall in love with a clarity behind commission. If the owner, if it's on you, but commission could be worth it if the owner is paying for your marketing, paying for certain, tools. If the shop is in a high traffic area, commission could actually generate you more money than booth rent. So don't just for years I didn't even consider commission, but for the most part, I paid booth rent out of my career. I was at one shop downtown Dallas, and I was going to pay commission, which is perfect because when you're starting, if you don't have no clients, you don't pay no booth rent. But once you get busy, it could be worth it. Look into it. Don't run away from commission. Look into it in your situation, and the shop's benefit could be worth it. If so, I would say, are you a shop owner? I already answered that. I am now. That's not what I was referring to with the post. If so, what model do you use and what rate? I am a shop owner. I charge booth rent. You want to know more about that? Let me know. Are you also behind the chair? Yes, I am. That's exactly what I was referring to. Part-time, full-time. Now, like I said at the beginning, I was super full-time at 7 days a week. It wasn't too many barbers working 7 days a week. I'm talking about Monday, Sunday, because I loved my job and I was chasing the bag. But I realized, y'all, don't overwork yourself. You don't have to. You can actually generate the same amount of money in less days. Like in real life, you can make the same amount of money. And I got some tips on that. Oh, I got some tips. I got some tips on how to make the same amount of money. Say you work 7 days. I can show you how to make that same amount of money in 5 days, maybe even 4 days. And as barbers, if y'all barber, y'all know you have, as humans, you have to have qualifications and boundaries. If not, people gonna take advantage of you. You have to make people qualify. For instance, and appointments. Appointments is for a few years. Well, the first portion of my career, I didn't do appointments. Do appointments, people. That is one way you can generate more money. It's a structure. It's a qualification. If they can't make no appointment, they only get in your chair. But it's also one of the tips on making more money. Yeah, appointments, you should charge 5, 10 extra, and it's going to show people your, what is it, demand. When people can see that you're actually busy, it makes them respect your gift, and it shows it drives up your value. Yeah, appointments do a lot. So if y'all need more tips on that, that is a tip. Do appointments. You can charge more. It shows your demand. Demand increases. What is it? Supply. I don't know. If the supply it increases demand. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It shows your supply or something, and that increases your demand. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, you got any questions on that? Let me know. That is one of the tips, though. Definitely make appointments. Well, you got a good question. You just wrote a whole story. Then you just want to know everything. That's what I'm talking about. I said ask anything, and this person. This is what I'm talking about. Shout out Rachel. I think that's her name. What are your prices? Well, my prices are affordable for my clients who's been with me for a while. But in real life, I just actually identified a way of charging $275 a head. No, I'm serious. But that's my situation. I don't charge that now, but I'm about to for specific clients, and they gonna pay it. They gonna see the value. If you want to know more information about that, ask me. But as of right now, I'm affordable. For kids, as of now, I charge $20. For adults, as of now, I charge what I charge. I don't know. What are my prices? I had prices. I charge, I don't know. I think what, 30, 35 for cut. This is super cheap, ain't it? I know. 40 for razor edge up. I know. Enhancements another 5. That's like 50. Uh, so on the cool, at the most 50. Usually range 40, 50 for adults, just depending on what they get. But I always give y'all a tip. I always give a couple of discounts. You ain't got to. But like somebody asked me how much I cut, I'll tell them the price and say, but I give a discount for the first couple of cuts. Once they get satisfied and they trust you, it's hard to lose trust as a barber, y'all. They gonna trust you forever, and they ain't gonna trust the next barber. So if you can get somebody to be satisfied, realize you the barbering, the blessing of barbering is once somebody is satisfied, they trust you, and they don't trust another barber, they will likely be your client forever. So I give them a chance to trust me. I give them a chance to be satisfied. Even enhancements. I got some tips on enhancements. Don't give your new client enhancements. No, because that's another upsell. If you give it away, some of them got the nerves to feel obligated to enhancements. And if you use enhancements and that's your crutch, you may not actually be given a great haircut. Learn how to cut hair first, people. Learn how to give a great haircut. Learn how to have a satisfied client with no enhancements and offer enhancements. It's an upsell. It's a lot of blessing in that. But I have clients that give me $75. I have clients give me $70. I got a dude get a clipper bald head and a clean razor shave. He give me $70. But once again, I just created a way to charge $275. Let me see. Is that figure gross revenue net price? Your lack of content is almost as vague as it gets. That's right. I said, ask me any questions. Are y'all not? I see you're asking questions. I'm answering questions. I didn't put this to be vague. I did this because it was a great hook. Once again, I create content. It was a great hook. I wanted y'all to inquire. And a lot of it was for me to provide value on the questions that are answered. Why would I put all this and I'd rather provide value by answering the specific questions that y'all ask? Let me see. I'm 2.5 years into owning my commission shop. I could say I've made 1.7 million since opening day in February and give content too, but it wouldn't make much sense. See, you're missing the point. And like I said, I know a lot of humans are slow. You see how I'm answering the questions that you ask? That's the point. What do you want me to write? A whole storybook of my life? No. I said, ask me anything. Lord have mercy, humans. But I knew this. I expected this too, though. So, yeah. Receipts of 400K a year would be great. I know it would be. Ask me anything, yet no replies. This person just commented, and I responded to them. I was busy, so I decided to let y'all ask questions and answer all in one thing. How long does a haircut take you? Good question. What about skin fade or scissor trim? A haircut, I don't know. A haircut and a shave, just a cut, it depends. Some people got big heads. Humans got big heads, some of them. But I don't know. Could take, I mean, I could complete a head if I wanted to in 20 minutes, 25 minutes, depending on what they're getting, of course. Scissor cuts does take longer. Honestly, I can't improve on, I need to improve. I would love to improve on scissor cuts. If anybody want to train, but let me know. We can exchange, or I can pay you, whatever. I missed that day in school. And don't get it wrong. Straight hair, I'm a beast with it at a certain length and lower. My specialty, of course, are African American or short women with short styles. I'm a beast. Straight hair, a certain length and lower, I'm a beast. It's the same exact process as cutting coarse hair, in case y'all didn't know. But I would love to get better at shear cutting. I shear cut, but before I mess you up, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you I'm not chasing the money. I'm gonna tell you I can't do it. But I can scissor cut, but I can't improve. Honesty, transparency. What about skin fade or scissor trim? Skin fade, that ain't nothing. That's easy. And once the thing about cutting, y'all, once you learn the fundamentals of cutting, that's where your speed comes from. The effectiveness of cutting and what? See, this is more money right here. Somebody, anyway, never mind. I got a shop. I let somebody do podcasts on my shop. I'm a beast with filming, editing, all this stuff. I've taken time to learn the camera settings, composition, and fell in love with it though. Not for the money, but for the love. And so they opened up like this dude. I let him do podcasts in my shop. I make money off that. Once again, there's multiple streams of income. Y'all want to know how to do this? Let me know. Okay, now let's go back to the. Oh wait a minute, I got more questions. What was the main thing that held you from scaling 200K annual to 400K? I'm gonna come back to that. No content on how long. I've been cut for 20 years and made over 2.5. See, that's the point. See, now a person like this, rather than asking a question, they rather be slow. If you'd asked me how long, I would have told you. I'm going to get to that towards the end. So need that myself. You can get it. It ain't like I say. I have made over 400,000. I'm gonna tell y'all how to do. I can't tell you how to do it quicker than I ain't gonna get into all that, but I can tell you how to make it way quicker than I did. Okay, now let's go back to this other. I'm finna get to how long I've been cut. That should have been y'all main damn question. That should have been y'all main damn question. Oh damn it. Let me see. Barber Society. Let me go find this other post, y'all. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go back to the first Barber's World. Is that Barber's World I was in? Barber World. Barber World. And like I say, y'all have any questions related to making a lot of money on social media or as a barber, let me know. It's actually way more guaranteed than a lot of us realize. Now I'm going to go back to some of these questions that was kind of, from certain humans with the wrong perspective. Is this the right one? Wait a minute. Wait one damn minute. Now wait one damn minute. I'm going to pause this, y'all, because I don't want to keep holding you. I'm going to pause this and come back. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, once again. I go by the name of Grants on Deck. EJ, y'all need help with grants, let me know. It's a lot of grant money out here, unlimited grant money. I can tell you why and show you how and show you why and all this stuff. Clarity Coach EJ, that name wasn't, I didn't choose that name. It was given to me by God. The Select Barber. Now let's get to the gritty. The questions y'all asked should have been answering and asking. Now, if y'all notice from this post, I said, hold up, what is up on that? I said I've made over 400,000 cutting hair as a licensed barber. Ask me anything related to, and I'll make a video answer. People, y'all gotta stop chasing illusion and delusion. Realize I didn't say I made this in a year. Where did y'all see me say that? I did not say I made this in a year. Now, it is possible making this in a year. I didn't say that. So that take care of a couple of y'all. Show me your time. Y'all. Shut y'all ass up. I can't show you how to make it in a year, but that more than likely in a year, you're going to have to cut some how. And you can do that if you want to, but you're going to burn yourself out. So let's go back to these. Somebody said, and I like this. I like this person. And like I say, I respect Rick Moore, he did come back and apologize. Somebody, I mean him, before he apologized, he said, okay, but you're the one making the claim. That's what I love about internet. Would say whatever they want with no receipts. I didn't, and him, I guess he was assuming I said in a year. I didn't say in a year, Brother Rick. Let me see. Somebody else, anonymous. You know them anonymous. They super slow. That's why they anonymous. Somebody, shout out to who did say? Haircuts. I need some glasses now. I can see the hair follicle, but haircuts by somebody. Haircuts be Trav. He said he didn't say in a year exactly, and I put that. I responded to him exactly. Brother Haircuts by Trav. And Rick, he said, you're correct. My bad. I didn't read it thoroughly. Thanks for correction. Shout out to Rick. That's what I'm talking about, Rick. Own up, brother. And respectfully, like, I don't even mean no harm, Brother Rick, but I didn't say no yeah. Rick said my apologies. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Rick. Stand up guy. Stand up guy, Rick. What else? How do you stay? Okay, then let's get to the grind. Let's get to these answers, y'all. Because a lot of these people, it's certain people like, uh, show me your receipts. Well, not him. My bad, Rick. I don't mean to come back on you. But what the hell? Let me see. So I'm just gonna scan through these people. A couple of people who when in a year, 2 years, 10 years, go ahead and add some context, bud. I can respect that. But this post wasn't to give context. I'm on another feed, y'all. Y'all can't see this. Okay, now let me get to it, damn it. I was going back through the thing. People, I did not say I made that in a year. It is possible to make it in a year. Let me give y'all context. Since y'all, if you ask better questions, you get better answers. Y'all could have simply asked, and a couple of people did. How long did it take? That's the question. People, I've been a barber over 25 years. So if you add that 16,000 a year for 25 years is over $400,000. That's the thing. Now, don't get it twisted. I didn't say 400,000 in a year. I didn't say 400,000 to brag about the money I made. A lot of this was knowing that a lot of people would see that it's possible to make 400 plus. But more than that, it was me showing my longevity in barbering. Realize me cutting over 25 years, I do have a lot of tips, tactics, and advice that, first of all, could show you how to be a barber for 25 years. That in itself is an accomplishment. A lot of people drive themselves out of business immediately. So I can tell you how to become a barber a long time, doing nothing less than what you love. For years, I've been able to buy everything I want. I have had the freedom for over 25 years. I have had consistent clients for over 25 years. I can tell you how to make over 400,000 way less than 25 years. Like I say, I'm sure I've made over, but once again, I'm not a liar. So I was hoping people would see that it's possible. But once I reveal how long I've been cutting, see that I do have a lot to offer. But I can realistically tell you how to make. Y'all see dudes say he made 200 in 2 years or something. I can tell you how to make 400,000 real comfortably in 3-4 years. Yeah, I've learned enough to tell you that. What else? At this point, I work 3-4 days a week. That's a blessing. So anyway, I haven't been cutting her over 25 years, y'all. Blessed to have a consistent clientele. Blessed to have been able to buy any and everything I want all these years. Blessed to have the freedom to learn multiple skills to generate multiple streams of income. If y'all need help with generating multiple streams of income, realize as a barber, you could be making more money doing less. And that's a lot of why God gave you this. Not to drive your damn self crazy cutting 1,000 heads a day. There are ways of making 400,000 by cutting 1,000 heads a day. But at the same time, you don't have to. If y'all have any questions, let me know. I can tell you how to make more money doing less as a barber. I can tell you how to make 400,000 in 3-4 years, maybe even quicker than that. And I'm talking about as a barber. I wasn't talking about as a shop owner. Let me see. I think that's it. Let me pause it. I may have something else I want to say if I get out of here. But once again, I've made over $400,000 as a licensed barber. What else? Ask me anything related to it, y'all. I can't tell you how to make more doing less as a barber. And hold up. I can tell you why being a shop owner was a hidden blessing that I never expected. I can't tell you a story of how I got into barbering, even though it was not my first decision. Oh, that was God within itself, and how being a barber has transformed me into the reason God gave it to me. I can tell you how to make multiple streams of income from bar. I can tell you how God gave you the skill of barbering to be the core of a community. Yeah, to influence, inspire, and pass godly energy throughout the community. It ain't just about money. And that's one thing. A lot of barbers are chasing the money blind. It's a lot of money made with barbering, but it's a lot of blessing from being a barber. So anyway, y'all, I'm gonna leave it right there. I think I covered everything. Wasn't this fun? I'm saying, y'all, ask better questions, you get better answers. I have made over 400K And realism. If I was a guest, baby, probably about 600,000. But I can be better with tracking. I've never been good with tracking. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Once again, if y'all want to know how to, I'm a beast with designs. Like a beast. I've been a beast with design, freestyle designs for over 20 some years. Y'all want to know how to have longevity as a barber, which is a godly gift, let me know. Y'all want to know how to do less and make more as a barber, let me know. Until then, I'm out, y'all.